very short break. Hour number one over. This is the Sports Kings. This is Sports Kings Live, by the way. Big Mike, Rob Calloway. We're on Spreaker.com, the Spreaker app via your Android or your iPhone. Also, we're on Sports King. We're on Twitter at Sports Kings Live, as well as Instagram and Facebook. The email sportskingslive@gmail.com. We'll see you guys in just a few seconds.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Big Mike.
Yep, and this is RC, Rod Calloway.
First of all, we'd like to thank everybody for being down with the Kings and for supporting Sports Kings Live.
Your listens, downloads, likes, and follows have allowed this show to grow by leaps and bounds in just a few months.
Now, if you have a product or a business and you'd like to promote it on this show,
it's simple. Just email us at sportskingslive@gmail.com. And once again, thank you for being down with the Kings.
It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the Kings.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Welcome back. Hour number two. Don't forget, everybody, tomorrow is Woman Crush Wednesday. You guys make sure you send us your nominees for Woman Crush Wednesday to our Instagram or our Facebook at Sports Kings Live or Twitter at Sports Kings Live. Send us the either the Twitter handle or the Instagram handle of the person that you're nominating, and we'll choose one hopefully by midday tomorrow and make them our Women Crush Wednesday. This is Sports Kings Live. I'm Big Mike alongside Rob Calloway on Spreaker.com and the Spreaker app via your Android or your iPhone device. Once again, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook are all three the same at Sports Kings Live, and the email sportskingslive@gmail.com. Now, before we went to break right there, I asked Rob if he was wearing orange today. He said he didn't think so. I know I didn't, because I didn't realize it was a thing today. But it apparently was. Saw this article here on Yahoo News that U.S. athletes and stars chose to wear orange today, and the reason they were, the article starts off saying Americans ranging from pop stars to politicians to the New York Mets baseball team wore orange on Tuesday in a new national campaign to stop gun violence. Activists chose orange because the color is worn by hunters to alert other hunters of their presence, as the official hue of the event symbolizing the value of human life. You hear that, everybody? Of human life. Not black lives, not Latino lives, not Asian lives, humans as a whole lives. This is something that I can get behind. Because, as I'm always talking about, when people hit the streets and they want to march and they want to, become activists, I always ask, what is behind? What is the goal? See, this has a clear goal to me. Gun reform in this country. And it's a hell of a mountain to climb. But I think it should start. It has to start at a grassroots level, because the Goliath that is the NRA, and the amount of money, the amount of Washington money that they have, and the amount of Washington influence that they have, is the reason that just something as simple as a dude needing to have a psychological exam or be run through a psychological database before purchasing a gun. It's something they're like, hell no, you can't impede upon my Second Amendment rights, you Muslim, Obama. Yeah, because that's what it is. And every time some wacko goes to a school and kills a bunch of kids, you show up the next day on the same foolishness. You know what I mean? On this now, and they always turn into, well, see, if the other students had a gun, it wouldn't have happened like that. Yeah, probably, but everyone would have probably killed themselves. You know what I mean?
Say that. That's what you got to say.
Yeah. That's their favorite thing. See, we should have more guns in church and on college campuses. Yeah, that's exactly what you need. More.
And they had talked about it, and I know they haven't done it in Georgia, but I think they've started to do it in other states. Is arming the teachers.
Because that's what I
having a teacher to be armed.
Yeah, some broad on the edge of a mental breakdown because these badass kids are in here with a gun on her hip. Yeah, miss me with that whole. Like, here's the thing, man. And
but I think that, I mean, from what I get from my understanding is that it's in a cabinet, like in the closet, and they, but they're only supposed to access it in time of emergency.
Yeah.
But
Guess what's not going to happen if the crazy man busts in the room with an AK? Guess what's not going to happen? Yeah. Miss Jones isn't going to make it to the cabinet in time. The rules are in full disclosure. I am a gun owner. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at my gun right now. It's like I keep it here with me because when I'm working during the day, it's pretty loud in here. So if somebody was to come into my house, I wouldn't be able to hear them. So I keep it with me in case I hear some rustling downstairs and somebody got to get one. It is what it is. But it's here in my home. I stopped keeping it with me in the car because, I'm a firm believer that if you have it, you have to be willing to use it, wherever you have it at. And I found myself in different situations, out in the streets and just, in the city driving sometimes. And, you find yourself, because it's there, like, yeah, mess with me, MFer. And I ain't that dude. You know what I mean? I got way too much to lose to be trying to play games with people like that. So I bring it home, and it stays in the house now. It's here to protect my family. My wife, she keeps hers with hers because she sells real estate. She has to go, show people housing and everything. And if anybody want to act up, well, they just gonna catch a hot one. That's basically how that's gonna go down. What was I? Oh, but here's the other part of the article. While we're talking, I want to get to this part. Exactly what I'm talking about right now. Measures backed by Obama, such as stricter background checks for gun purchasers, ultimately failed amid fierce opposition by firearms enthusiasts. Have any of y'all seen those pictures, right? Have you seen those pictures of these wacko rednecks like in Walmart and in McDonald's with like assault rifles because, quote unquote, it's their right? What the hell? First of all, if it was me or you,
I see that on the record.
It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge problem. Me or you walking to McDonald's with a gun wrapped around our shoulders, an assault rifle. Yeah, it's going to be a problem immediately. It's to the point now, like...
No, it was a video on YouTube and on Facebook, social media period, where it was, they did an experiment where a black guy had an AK-47 just strapped across his shoulder, just walking down the street. And then, first it was the white guy. And the white guy walked down the street, and the police pulled up and started asking him, like, what are you doing? Why are you walking down the street with the gun? He said, it's my right. He said, yeah, it might be your right, but I don't understand why you be walking down the street. So basically, he talked to the white guy, right? The black guy, walking down the street, police pull up on him, like, 3 cars deep, and they, demanding that he get down on the ground. Right?
Of course.
And they and the guy's telling them, like, I'm videoing this, and the person that's videoing is like, yeah, we're recording this. We just want to know. And they were like, we don't care.
Nope.
Like, why are you walking down the street with AK-47? It was like the tone was completely different. Like, they ended up putting dude in handcuffs and everything. Like, it was like night and day the way that they treated the white guy versus the black guy.
Literally night and day. Exactly. Yeah. It's one of those things. Like, people are. And here's the thing: because stupid people run the world. People don't understand that the Second Amendment right doesn't give you the right to walk into McDonald's with a damn AK-47. It's about militias and arming the general public to protect the country. Ain't nothing going on right now in America. Ain't no wars happening right now. Well, not those kind. Not an official war, but yeah, we all know that there are certain wars being waged in this country, but not the kind that are mentioned in the Constitution. And here's the other thing about the Constitution and the First and Second and all these amendments. They're called amendments. Look the word up. It means they can change. To amend something means to change it. So all these people were like, you can't do that. They were meant to be. That's why they're labeled as such. They were meant to be changed over time because these slave-owning white men who made the document, they were at least smart enough to know that things won't always be this way. Back then when you had the right to bear arms, it was a damn musket, a one-shot musket, not a 50 caliber assault rifle that could shoot a plane out the damn sky. Wasn't that? They had the foresight to know that things would change, so these things are called amendments. Just like when Prohibition started. What happened? They amended something to say guess what? Alcohol is illegal. And then they amended it again 2 years later and said, alcohol's back on the table. Let's go. You know what I mean? But these rednecks, and it's black folks too, run around here acting like their guns are an extension of themselves. And, because Obama's trying to take away their guns, meanwhile, gun sales couldn't have been higher at any point in American history while this guy's been in office. Those are facts. That's not my opinion. That's really what the deal is.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it's because of,
you know why.
Stuff that has gone on. Yeah, some of the stuff that has gone on. I mean, when you look at when the Ferguson thing first jumped out, right? I was watching CNN. They interviewed this gun shop owner. They asked, and they was like, so how much of an increase have you seen in gun sales? And he was like, an increase? He was like, I can't keep 357s on the shelf quick enough. And they were like, so who's buying them? And he was like, well, it's both. It's white people buying them, it's black people buying them. Mm-hmm. He was like, but for some reason, everybody feel like they just need to be armed now. He was like, it's good for me. Good for me. He was like, but I just never seen this many people coming in to buy guns.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. And like I say, I'm a gun owner, so I'm not going, I'm not that guy. But I'm not the guy that's walking around with no pistol on my hip, like it's the damn Wild West either. You know what I mean? It's at my home, I don't live in the projects, nothing like that. But I'm not trying to be the dude on the news. It's like, I can't believe it happened in our neighborhood. You see white folks like, right. That's like my favorite thing to say. It's like, I'm always like, where do you think poor people want to go steal from? Other poor folks that don't have nothing like they don't have? Nah, they're probably going to go to Johns Creek where they know you have a bunch of stuff. I can't believe that happened here. I can definitely believe it. Yeah,
I've been here 30 years, and this is such a quiet neighborhood.
Yeah, not no more.
All retirees.
Gertrude.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Now you've gone and let Jamal in. I shouldn't be saying that.
This is a banking community. Everybody here, we all worked at, we were all executives at the bank. That's why. That's why they came for you.
You know the script way too well. What else has happened? Because nothing's really. I guess we can talk about this NFL stuff real quick. Because I got a bunch of other little crazy stuff. But I did want to make sure I mentioned that today. I guess and today going forward is going to be National Stop Gun Violence Day. So hopefully I can remember that next year on June 2nd to throw on my orange, man, and support. I mean, I guess that's the least I could do because I'm all about that. I believe in that.
And that also means you can't throw your lady on top of your guns and y'all be making out either, dog.
That don't mean that at all. That's not violence.
Yeah, it is.
That's love making. That ain't making hate. That's making love. What you talking about? I can't. Shoot. Yeah. Whatever's gonna keep this thing fresh, homeboy. I advise you to take that same approach. Whatever's gonna keep that thing fresh.
And that's all your boy was trying to do.
Well, I'm not going to say that either because she didn't seem to feel that way. While we're talking about this, good. I'm glad you. Great segue, Rob. Apparently, Captain Obvious called again today. He called and said, Mike. I said, yes, Captain Obvious. He said, Roger Goodell's going to recuse. He's not going to recuse himself from the Tom Brady hearing. I said, thank you, Captain, and I hung up the phone. Yeah, everyone knew that. Everyone knew that wasn't happening. Yeah. So he's not going to recuse himself. He also said that he's not going to be no damn witness either because he was like, you need to recuse yourself because we're going to call you as a witness. He was like, for what? Yeah, I was a witness in the Ray Rice situation because I talked to Ray. I ain't talked to Tom. My first time talking to him going to be at this hearing. So what kind of a witness to what am I going to be? Second of all, this is not a situation of conflict of interest because, my dude Troy Vincent, the one that handed down the punishment. I just signed off on it. So there's that. Yeah, Roger's learning on the fly, but he's learning. He's adapting well. I don't know if you guys saw, Adrian Peterson's back at work today in all his weird, stupid glory. Like, that dude is a meathead. He is football player non grata, because, you hear him talk, and it sounds like some intelligent stuff is coming out of his mouth because he's talking in a very calm tone, and he's using certain words, and then you realize, it's like, wait a minute. Adrian ain't saying a damn thing. He ain't. Like, that dude thought that for whatever reason, because he was asking him about his